I feel like I should take my watch off. This is
Right, right.
happening.
This live show is happening, and Jaimie goes, "Oh God, it's already 4." It was
I
this
didn't realize
very, very dramatic.
this. Have we met? Have
I
we met?
know.
I
I
am definitely drama in a very
you
small package.
am I the drama?
I think
Yes, you
we
are.
both are actually. We
Okay.
both bring
Okay.
some drama. Things things can get a little bit heated. Let's be real. Anyway, hi.
On that note,
It's the show that nobody asked for, the only reason that we shower. If these ovaries could talk is live right now.
Yep, still have to do that
uh,
song.
so how long have we had that song, Jaimie? How long has it been on your to-do list to redo our
2
theme
years.
song?
2 years. I
About somewhere.
need the problem is I need somebody to play the piano part for me because I can't do it. That's the problem because I don't have the original what you call it.
The stem, but you could just
Yeah.
ask for the stem.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have it anymore either. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But I do miss that hair. I think I'm gonna grow my hair out again.
Oh my God, you're insane. You are insane.
I like to switch it
Hello,
up. I'm like,
everyone. You
hi.
just switched it up. And welcome
Oh,
to If These Ovaries Could Talk, Ovaries Talking Live. Here we
Over's
are.
talking live. Were you gonna say the book? I thought you
I
were gonna
was.
say
I
the
was
book.
going to do the book title. I don't just came right out of me.
Michelle says she looked. Thank you, Michelle. I just never know how to do it, and that's my problem. And so every day I'm like, oh,
I
I
just
didn't do
want
it
you to
right.
know that every single Zoom with Jaimie starts like this. I hate my hair. I hate my hair. We've had on the books for about a month on our social calendar where we're going to each pretend to be the other person and make fun of each
We're
other.
gonna do a funny
I'm
video thing.
definitely going to have to. Is it?
Obvious.
I can't. It's not. Is my hair right? Is my
That's
hair
all
right?
you. That's the whole thing you should do. That's
That's
all you
all I'm
should
going
do
to do.
for the whole
That's you.
video. I don't know. We got to come up with some more. I have other isms, and I have some productive isms. Let's be real. Anyway.
Okay.
This big weird thing here.
On that note. So we were not live last week because we had a special event at
We
night.
were live.
Well, we weren't
at
live
night.
at the 4:00 time
We
because
missed
we
you
had a
guys.
special event, which was our donor conceived persons event where we were supposed to, if you missed it, we were supposed to, our pal Melissa was gonna be our guest, and I don't know, 15 minutes before, we're like, Jaimie and I are like, she's not here.
Is she here? Is she
She's
coming?
like 10 minutes before, I'm like, she's not here. I'm like, so I'm emailing her, I'm pinging her like 5 minutes before, and we're like, I don't know, like maybe she hasn't gotten the link. So we're like, the only thing I could think to do is we have to go live. And then when we're live, we need to say to her, check your email.
Yeah.
Check your email, get the link.
Get the
it's
link
in
in the email.
But then I was like, but then the downside is if we do that, then we are live. And if she doesn't show up, and this is Jaimie. Oh, she's coming.
I just said it's gonna be fine. No, I said it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
She's
fine.
coming.
And guess what? Guess what? It did end up fine.
It
really
was
did.
fine, but my eyebrows were falling out.
You were stressed.
Well, because our guest wasn't there. Our guest wasn't there.
Yeah, I didn't feel the same level of stress as you did.
Well, I think you had had a couple glasses of wine. I think that is helpful sometimes with not feeling the stress.
Well, you had yours too.
I had some wine too. So,
because I was very nervous about this event.
Can I finish? I want to finish telling what happened. So we start the live stream. We're live, and we're going, Melissa, if you get this, go check your inbox. Check your inbox, and we're like telling a little stories about and we're like, and now it's like 10 minutes are going by, and now we're having to talk about the topics, and so and it's our point of view. It's very one-sided, and thank God there was a woman named Sarah who identified herself as a donor conceived person in the audience, and me and Jaimie were like, do you want to be on the show?
True ovaries fashion. This is what happens.
So we're like, email us at ovariestalk@gmail.com. She emails us. We send her the link. She pops in, and thank God she did that.
Yeah, and we had a lovely discussion.
We sure did.
Yeah, we did. And for if you were there, let us know, and let us know your thoughts, because my mom had a lot of thoughts about it.
What were your mom's thoughts?
My mom was a little bit, I don't know how to say it.
Justin was there. Hi, Justin.
Justin, yeah, Justin was there. Justin, you were making some nice comments.
I know. Thank you for that, Justin.
I was very nervous about this event because I am the one who brought the heat to us with a reel I had created that was very dismissive to donor conceived people.
Well, you didn't mean for it to be dismissive. It just it came out that way.
It came
but you didn't mean it
wrong.
Yeah.
And then we came to learn a lot of stuff about donor conceived people, and there's a totally different side to the side that we always tell in our stories, in our LGBTQ family stories. And that is one of betrayal and anger,
dishonesty, or all that. The betrayal is a good word, though.
And a lot of feelings, and a lot of donor conceived people wishing that they weren't donor conceived, to put it mildly. And so we brought the wrath of them. I brought the wrath of them on us. And then we decided, let's have this open conversation, because there are these intersectionalities between the two groups. And they want all these very stringent laws placed on donors, egg donors and sperm donors.
And we've heard that from two different people, from Tony, the lawyer, who we've had on several times, and Lisa, the therapist. Like, she's been out there, and the community has kind of come for her as well. And Tony was calling us and talking to us about the legal perspective about if they, if some of these things they want are to go through, it'd be bad for our families.
Yeah. Right. Sorry. It could be we want laws, of course, to protect our donor children, kids, and we do want some regulation. Of course, we are all for regulation, but we don't want it over-regulated to the point where it keeps us from making our families. So there needs to be a fine line. So that's kind of what we wanted to discuss, and it went well. I think it went really well. Hi, Rebecca.
I think so too. I mean, I think she was, and by the way, that really could have gone sideways, because we didn't know her at all. We were just like, come on in. Yeah. I mean, I think if it had gone sideways, it would have been bad. But we also had a strong community that was showing, that was there, that were asking, I think, smart questions.
You guys really showed up.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank Sage. Been swamped with work. Sad to be missing the streams. That's okay, Sage, because you said my hair looks stellar. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
But it's, I will say that for all of the things that I wouldn't say that we object to as parents of, but because object is a strong word, but the things that we're sensitive about, like, we're doing the best we can, it's like, it was nice for me to realize we do look at it from that lens, or I look at it from that lens often, versus sometimes, even if it's uncomfortable for me, I've got to flip my head around and think about it from the kids. But I think the thing, and I hope it was clear to Sarah and to folks listening, is that we as a community tend to do that already. And so I think oftentimes, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I don't think we're the problem. I think the people who aren't talking to their kids are more of the problem.
I hope we're not the problem. And that was my mom's takeaway. My mom had a lot to say, and she felt that, she said, everything she said that she was upset about happening to her. I've listened to all of your episodes. I haven't heard any family in your podcast ever say that they're keeping secrets, or that they're not being upfront and honest from the start. They are incorporating the donor siblings into their lives, a lot of them. And so so it was kind of a lot of back and forth, but also like, we're doing all the stuff that you wish would be done. So like, it can be done. And there's not an across the board blanket statement that is going to be right for every child or every person, but we're doing everything we possibly can to raise these kids without issues over the fact that they're donor conceived. Who knows what's going to happen? God, I hope they don't hate me for it, though.
Well, I thought it was interesting, her point about how they want access to medical records. They don't want to have to wait of updated medical records, like that there should be some kind of a check-in with the donors each year. They should be required to give updated medical, so that if a person, because there was someone forwarded us a story about somebody like who was schizophrenic, and the person had become diagnosed as, the donor had become diagnosed as with schizophrenia after they had donated. And like, that information might have been helpful. So it's like, you do that, but it's like, and Tony made great points to us about like, who's responsible for gathering that information, if you're putting it back on the banks, or if you're putting it back on the, the storage people. Like, it's just not going to happen. And it's just like, it's just really like they're going to just punt, not want to do it. So it's a really, what I learned too, is it's a very nuanced and complicated, there's no simple answer.
There's no simple answer.
It's like renewable energy. It's going to be all the things that are going to get us out of the trouble we're in.
And then also, our beds are made. We've done it. We have.
Oh yeah. There's nothing we can
made
do
our
about
families with these donors.
Yeah.
And so coming at us, like, what do you want? What do you, I don't know there's nothing I can do. All I can do is try to parent my kids the best I can and hope with all my heart that they're going to be okay. But I also don't want to hear that I'm screwing my kids up. So
yeah.
It's tough. I was really nervous for this conversation, and it went a lot.
But yet you weren't nervous about the person not showing up, which I think is hilarious.
I knew it was going to be
fun. I was not nervous about the conversation. I was nervous about our guests not showing up.
I was nervous about the conversation. I was not nervous about the guests. It's interesting. That's why we make such good co-hosts.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
All right, Jaimie, our next our next hot topic. This one is just a frigging bummer.
God,
I mean, to say the least.
You guys. Yeah, we don't.
You knew it was going to go through.
You see the headline.
You knew it was going through.
This is just. It's smoke and mirrors, and it's.
Well, it's about his run, probably.
It's just effed up. It's really not okay. We'll take it back to what Sage says.
Yeah, she said, I spoke to a friend of mine whose donor conceived, who was told as a teenager about his donor. He definitely believes he should have been told much earlier. Yeah, we agree.
Yes, and agree here across the board, and so that's what we're trying to do, and we all are, and we advocate for it on a podcast too.
Yes.
Right.
But you're back to your smoke and mirrors. I do agree with you. It reminds me of like when George Bush, the second Bush, there's a lesbian joke in there somewhere. When he tried to put a constitutional amendment against gay marriage, and that it was like he knew he didn't have the votes. It was just like appease your base. But the difference is that DeSantis has the votes. I really object. I object to the fact that they are calling it a parent, like they're making it be like a parent inclusivity bill. They have rights in the school, and you know how like the public education is decided by educators, and if you don't like it, you have the right to educate your kid privately or homeschool your kid.
But they make it a parenting issue so that they can defend being a-holes, basically.
Sage just said, "Come for the current event, stay for the vagina jokes." That's great. No, it's disturbing, and you see these kids protesting, which I'm just like, God damn it, good for you.
Did you see the one we put it up in our stories at a university in Florida? They had a whole protest. I started crying. They were out there just chanting, "We say gay, we say gay." I started crying because that's how hurtful this is. It is disgusting and hurtful and evil. It's just pure evil. What's wrong with people?
And speaking of pure evil, where the F is Disney? Like the amount of money that Disney puts in that state, and then to come back after meeting with your top LGBTQ executives and to come back and be like, yeah, we really should have addressed it sooner. And then, we support LGBTQ folks, but how? How are you supporting?
Show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did finally, the Disney CEO is going to meet with Ron DeSantis. And this just happened. And he said, I read it on Mombian, our good friend Mombian. And he said that they would plan on looking into the money they give. They were going to do an overhaul, perhaps, or look into it. I'm not sure how it was worded. Yeah. But HRC in response, they gave before they went to the whole. We're going to talk to Ron. They gave HRC a huge donation just to make right.
Yeah,
and HRC
which is
refused to take it. And so
now they really? Are you serious?
Yeah, they refuse to take it until Disney really shows up and puts their money where their mouth, or puts their mouth where
money where their mouth is. You had it right.
because it doesn't fit in this situation. That's what I was trying
to. Their mouth where their money is.
Yeah, something like that. To put their feet to walk walk the walk, basically.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. But it's pretty. It's like, see, all these organizations that show up for the gays. No, you don't. You just want our money. Screw you.
I know. And you know what's so interesting is like this is a topic that we were going to do later, but I feel like it really fits in here. Hold on, I'm gonna share screen so you can see this email that we got, because I do think it's sort of funny. Like I think I come off like super naive in this. So we get, both Jaimie and I get this. We've somehow managed to get onto some press release, LGBTQ press and fertility. So these people are just papering us all the time with every OBGYN that they want to be on our podcast, which means that they don't actually listen to our podcast.
They don't know that we're gay. Like,
respond like 150 times with, thank you. We really reserve our slots for people talking about their path to parenthood. Like, I mean, I've written that 150,000 times, but so I get this. And I'm excited because I'm like, oh, they're talking about Mexico and in the state of Yucatan, how it was passed, gay marriage was passed to be legal back in August, but as of March 4th, it just became legal. And I was like, Jaimie, this is big news. And as I was, this is how dumb I am. As I was reading it, prepping for the show, I look and I'm like, oh my God, Yucatan is a romantic destination by nature with a steamy. It's a fucking press release designed to get you. It's from,
to get married.
When I look closer, it's from the state of Yucatan Ministry of Tourism, trying to get you to come get married down there in their estate. And that made me laugh so hard because it's the equivalent of
the same thing.
The rainbow on the website.
Our money. You're not having enough people get married down there, and you know that this is going to open it up to
new
more
pool
money.
Of people. New pool of people.
But here's what I think we should do, and this is why I said this to Robin. What we should do is offer our listeners, first of all, we should get a free trip to Yucatan so we can like do some.
Hello, Yucatan tourist. Like, bring us down there.
We're the guys.
We should ask them. Let's ask them to bring us down. We do a live.
Yeah.
If these ovaries could talk.
Cenotes. Come on now. I'll do one.
What is the cenotes? What is that?
It's this beautiful. It's like a hole in the earth, and it's full of like water. I don't know.
It's just funny that you're like, I'll go to the cenotes.
Anne went to cenotes in Puerto Rico. That's how I know. Anyway, okay. I've never been to one. Supposed to be amazing though. But I think we should open it up to our listeners. What do you guys think? And say that we will officiate your wedding if you get married in Yucatan. So I'm going to throw that out there.
You a little bit got to bring us down there, though.
You have to get us there. Though.
You a little bit got to get us down there. And also, Jaimie and I both we have a long rider list. We're each going to need our own separate rooms.
Yes.
We might be difficult. We might be difficult.
No, Robin might be difficult. I will just
how am I difficult? Do you want a room with me, Jaimie? Do you want a room with me, Jaimie?
Not.
Okay, so we're both difficult. That's the end of my rider. That's the end of my rider.
I can't imagine us sharing a room. I can't see how that would work in any way, shape, or form.
No.
And we get along really well, but there's no room sharing happening.
No, that's weird.
It would be weird.
But so I think I'm going to pitch the state of Yucatan, like Ministry of Tourism or whatever they're called, and I'm going to say, hey, we're big with the gays. We'll record a live podcast down there. You got to bring us down there.
We'll make a bunch of videos just being all gay in Yucatan.
Listen, this writes itself. It's happening.
It's like it's a done deal. I think we need to write to them. We need to get this going. Everybody head to Yucatan. Here we go.
I think I spelled your son's name wrong.
You did.
Orien.
Orien.
Ryan.
Orion.
Is there an apostrophe?
No, it's not an Irish name.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Did you really ask me that?
I did.
Or are you making fun of the people who asked me that? You really asked?
No, I really just asked it.
You've never seen the constellation written?
Jaimie, have you not seen that one of the things I'm not good at is spelling?
I have noticed that, but
yeah, I'm horrible.
But well, okay. There have been people who spell his name O''Ryan, and they're like, "You guys must be really Irish."
With a Y? They put a Y in there?
It's
Orion. Oh, my friend Orion.
Okay. Like we gave him 3 last names because his name is hyphenated. Orion.
My friend Sullivan Orion. He's getting me beer down at Thirsty Thursdays.
He's named after the constellation, the stars. He's named after stars because he's Stardust.
Well, okay. Jaimie, tell us the story about how
my God.
how Orien properly spelled loves
Okay.
the word fucking.
So you guys, my 4-year-old, this always happens at the age of 4. It happened with Rose too. I don't know about you, but we went to go visit Anne's brother in South Carolina, and her other brother came down, and they have some potty mouths. Let me tell you. I mean, even more potty than us. So the one thing Orien picked up when we came home was the word fucking. And his favorite thing to do now is say, stupid fucking dog, stupid fucking bus.
What do you do when he does that?
Well, we try to ignore because that's what we did with Rose when she started conjugating the word fuck.
That's right. I
Just-
remember that. And she was doing it
Um,
properly too, which we were impressed with.
Oh, she conjugated it many ways. But we try to ignore it, but we have an 8-year-old who cannot ignore it.
Does she think it's
Cannot.
hilarious?
Of course. And then she's
Oh, and
like,
so then he's
"Mom!"
like da 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 da.
Yeah. Oh my God. Should I show the video?
Sage just said he's a little mob boss. Yeah, show the video.
He is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I have to turn it up. Let's see.
Tilt it forward a little.
Wait, one more time. You hear it. Stupid fucking thing. And we're waiting for the bus yesterday, and he just out of the blue goes, stupid fucking bus. I said, what? Stupid fucking bus. It's cold.
Oh my God.
It's really funny.
I will say my kids didn't really go through that. Either of my kids. I was really good about not swearing. I never made a mistake until we got a car. And then I was just like,
Rage,
idiot,
rage.
idiot. Like, and then so they say stupid idiot. So they say that all the time. But
Yeah.
Henry has this little friend named Ruby. And she'd be walking along and like drop a bag and she'd be like, Jesus Christ. There's something about like a 4th grader
It's
just
so
being like
funny.
an old man. Jesus
Or a
Christ.
4-year-old.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Christ. It's really. Let me put it to the mic so you can really hear it. Let me just put it to
Okay,
the mic
okay.
for you.
Ryan, what did you just say?
It almost sounds like he's saying tucking. Stupid
He
tucking thing.
He says thuckin', because he doesn't know it's fucking. But sometimes he says it right. So it's like a Rose. But Rose in 4th grade started conjugating. So one day we're waiting for a cab. We're trying to hail a cab, and she goes, "Mom, why the fuck there's no cab?"
Fuck, there's no cabs.
And then another day she's going to the potty. She goes, "Mom, I forgot to go to the potty. That is so fuck."
So fuck.
And then this is the 3rd one. She goes, I was pregnant at the time. She came home from school. She goes, "Mom, you still pregnant? Oh, fuck's gonna be a long day."
It's gonna be a long day. You're still pregnant. Oh, when Maxine was little, when she was a baby, like 4 or 5 months, I would go, "Ay, Dios mío," and she would go, like every time, "Ay, Dios mío."
Oh, they're so cute. You want
Oh,
to swear. They're so
God, they really
freaking cute.
are.
Oh God, what does Michelle say? 8.
Put it to the mic.
I did. 8 now has been the age for us. They learn the words at school and then come home and ask us what they mean.
Oh, well, and also Michelle has triplets,
Oh my
so I can
God.
only imagine that they feed off each other, and that they,
Yeah.
that when one says it, then they're trying to get a laugh, because it is all about like just trying to get a laugh.
Yeah, so now Orion hears his sister laugh, so then he'll just say it, stupid fucking dog, stupid.
And then he's like, da, 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 da.
It's
Oh.
so funny, but we can't
Oh.
have him going.
No,
school.
it does have to end, but it's good that you got it on video. That's all that matters, is that you got it on video.
It's funnier. You can only get it the second time. You never catch it right in the moment, and that's the funniest part. That's the funniest time when they say it right in the moment. That's like,
Oh my God.
What
Oh
did
my
you just
God.
say?
If only there was a recorder on you at all times.
Right. Yeah. Right,
That's called
exactly.
reality TV, and we don't want that, actually.
No.
Jaimie, what are we watching? What are you watching right now?
Okay. Well, Euphoria.
Are you
Slowly,
watching that
though.
show? I'm not watching it.
Oh, we watched the first season already, and we're slowly watching the second one because it's very, very heavy. Heavy
Is
stuff.
it?
It's so heavy. So we take it in doses. What
Okay.
else are we watching? What are you watching?
I just
We
finished.
never watch the same things. It's so
We don't.
weird.
Last night I watched The Tinder Swindler, and
I have
holy
no
mo-
idea.
you don't know anything about that?
No.
So it's about this guy who is just swindling women for like hundreds of thousands of dollars on Tinder. And he's living this like elaborate life. But what's so incredible about it is it's like a Ponzi scheme. So he gets one on the ropes and he's wooing her, like first dates, taking her on a private jet, and then he's taking her here and there. And then he makes her believe that they're about to move in together, and he gets that far. And then he's runs out of money with the other one who he's been getting money. So then he starts asking money for her. But at this point, she's seen this lifestyle he leads, and he says he's in this very dangerous business. And his money's been shut off, and he's going to give it back to her. And then he just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. And then eventually that ends. And then he brings the next one in and by the way, the one that's in the front has been paying for the tickets and the lifestyle stuff for the one behind. And then she gets moved to money, and then he brings another one in. It's crazy.
Stupid fucking guy.
Oh, stupid fucking Tinder swindler. It's really well done. It is really well done. All right, Donna Lee's watching. Wait, I don't know anything about Abbott Elementary.
I've watched Abbott Elementary. It's
What's that
funny. It's about a school. It's about teachers in a school, and just like how it's run. How the teachers. It's a sitcom. It's funny. I watch it with Anne, and we have a good laugh. That's a fun one. And also the Gilded Age. We started the Gilded Age too. It took me. Took me a second.
I love it.
Second, and now we're kind of into it, but they're long episodes. I don't have that
but
much time
also they're HBO's fucking dropping them week over week. Like I can't with that. Give me all of it so I can move through it, because by the time I get to the next one, I've forgotten what happened.
Well, that happens. Yeah.
I will tell you this. I just started Worst Roommate Ever on my lunch break today. Now, Jaimie laughs at me because my lunch break, because I work out of my bedroom, as you can see. And so my lunch break, I move out to the living room with my lunch, and I watch a show for a half hour to 45 minutes because I'm done sitting in the bedroom. And then I move back to the bedroom. And so I watch.
Not be able to go back to work after. Nope.
Well, I mean, it's just like going out to lunch.
I also don't do that. I also don't really eat lunch.
Well, that's never happening.
Well, that's the other thing I laugh about you for, is you always very strictly take a real live lunch break, and I just go and grab something from the fridge and come back and keep working.
Well, because you work in spurts, and I'm working 9 to 5, so it's
lunch
like
break. It's very interesting
because you can't sit for you have other things that you're doing, like you're teaching for a portion, and then you're sitting for 2-hour blocks, and then you're picking kids up. I'm sitting from 9 to 5. Like you can't sit from 9 to 5 without taking a break. And it used to be when I had coworkers, you'd be like, come on, let's go get a snack. And you would like walk, and you would gossip, and you'd go get a drink or something. And then you'd go back to your desk and you'd work a little, but I don't have that anymore. So I need some kind of a break. So I go sit in the living room. It's really sad, quite honestly, because I have no coworker friends, and I just sit in the living room.
I wish you could just come and take my dog for a walk, because that's what I end up having to do, is take an hour-long dog walk, which actually turns out to be very good for me, and I like it.
Okay. I think that's good.
I don't always have the time to do it, because like you say, I work in spurts, and I only have a certain amount of time to get my work done. But anyway, you should always take a break.
Yes.
I get burnt out if I don't take my lunch, especially since I work 8:30 to 5. Yes, that's what Robin just said. And I agree. You should take a break. I just don't.
Did you watch the Anna Delvey story thing?
The who?
Anna Delvey, the one about the socialite. Everyone's doing it's all over Twitter and Instagram. He's so basic.
The girl from Ozark.
Yes. Did you watch the Anna Delvey thing? It's called Becoming Anna Delvey, I think.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
It's good. It's kind of a lot. I mean, the woman who plays the reporter is the Anna Klumsky, I think is her name. Yeah. She's from
My girl.
And she's a lot. Like, she's big eyes and very comical and very over the top. And you're just kind of like, maybe you should actually show up for your ultrasound. I mean, your priorities are a little out of whack here, honey.
You know, I used to do yoga with her.
Anna Klumsky?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she have the big eyes then too? Was she like?
Sure did. We did Bikram yoga together in
Ugh,
like
I can't with the
2000,
Bikram.
2003.
But
I never
you
really
know
talked to her
the
'cause I knew she was my girl, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's my girl." The movie. If you're
the
too
yeah
young,
yeah
you don't even know.
no, I know the movie, but it's a lot. It's like her accent is a lot. It's like you kind of just want it. I like it could have been a 2-hour movie, and I think I would have been fine. I don't know
You
that it
want it to
needed to
be
be a
resolved.
series.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch that. I'm always looking for more things to watch because we need mindless entertainment to
We sure do. We sure
keep our
do, Jamie.
mind
I feel
off
like
of
I
parenting.
feel like the mindless entertainment has been us, Jamie, today.
I hope that's what we are for you. I hope you tune in and you're just like, I just need to hear these girls yammer about nothing and make no sense and
I
just
hope on
sound
Thursdays you
dumb.
take your lunch break with us in the living room. That's what I
I hope
hope.
you do. I really do. That'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll take a break. I can't take a lunch break. Anyway. All right. This has been truly a joy. I actually really love the times we get to do where it's just you and me, Robin. I really love it.
I know. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I don't like the guest ones are a lot because it's just like it's kind of,
Well, we're doing an interview, and this we get to just relax and yammer, and it's so
yes.
fun.
And I
Oh,
agree with you, Donnelly, that she made money off, but she didn't make that much money. She only made like a couple $100,000, and I think it all went to her defense, which at least there's that.
huh? Interesting.
I mean, she'll probably write a book when she gets at some point, I would assume.
Well, she might not make any money
You're
like
so
us
basic.
on that book.
So basic.
Did you catch my joke there?
I didn't.
We
You
have a
could
book
read
out there though, which is amazing.
And speaking of books, go rate and review our book, rate and review the podcast if you could on Amazon and then on Apple or Spotify. Spotify now has ratings up on the page, the landing page. You can give it 5 stars, and next to it you can give an actual rating of the podcast now. So that's
Give us a
exciting.
nice good one. Give us a good one.
If you
And
feel like
And
it.
tell all your friends and everybody you know, even not friends, just acquaintances, to just go
Like your
follow
OB.
us on the social.
Yeah.
Your OB. You should all tell your OB about us.
I
because
gave my OB postcards.
Did you? I did too.
She gives
I
them out
gave-
to all the gays that come in.
Oh, does she? She should
Mhm.
give them to everyone because we're not just for the gays. You should
Well,
tell her
mostly
that.
for the gays, though.
You should tell her that though.
Okay. All right. I'll tell her that. She's doing enough. I'm not telling her a thing. All right. This has been delightful.
So delightful. Thank you for
All right.
joining us.
Till
again
next Monday. We've got a
on
new
Thursday.
episode on Monday, which is a really good one coming up. It's a couple two lesbians got together.
Long road.
One of them's brother donated sperm, and then after they had the baby, one of them began gender transitioning their gender, and so they're navigating that, and it's a really great and interesting conversation. So
it's a great conversation.
yeah,
Learned
check
some
that out.
Stuff, was enlightened, and I love them.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
That was
yes,
loud.
yes.
All right. I got to take some kids to lacrosse or something. This has been delightful.
Stupid fucking lacrosse.
Stupid fucking lacrosse. Eggs.
I hope we don't get censored because we swore so much in this. Ovaries.
Who are we getting censored by? Out.